You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Come on. Come on. Really?
Do you smoke crack cocaine?
Exactly.
Let's give the people what they came for.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Ready? Are you ready? Get them out of here! Get them out of here! Get the hell out of here!
Enough with the woke shit?
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Is the federal government stealing from us? Are they sabotaging our industry? Are they taking us down the path to communism? Are they censoring us? Are they stealing our guns from us? Come on, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. Welcome to The Forge here live on Unacceptable Fringe as we sit down and talk with you guys about everything happening this week. What a show we've got for you tonight. A lot to unpack. A lot of things going on. A lot of stuff with the trade negotiations, okay? Essentially, nothing's going on with the trade negotiations, but America's about to make Matt Carney bend over a barrel and take it up the tailpipe. It's going to be wonderful. I got to be honest. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. Let me know, or not yet. Don't let me know where you're at in the chat yet. I want to know all of our new viewers coming in, but we couldn't start the show tonight without our new Monday night panel. Not just Mike joining me, my brother from another mother, but Matt as well joining us now every Monday and Wednesday here on the stream. Guys, how are you?
You're nice, Mike. You start.
All right, guys. Thanks again for having us on the show. I'm excited. The views have been up. The likes have been up. The shares have been up. It is a glorious day in Alberta. Weather was pretty decent today. I'm very excited. Also, right off the hit with the plug, the new calendars have come out this year.
Oh, gorgeous. Those are over at Calendars That Curse, are they not?
Absolutely. Let the plugs begin. Let the grift begin, baby.
Don't call her Mrs. Freedom, honey. She hates that. She has her own name.
She's getting used to it.
There we go. Let's guys, let me know where you're at in the chat. Give us a shout out. If it's your first time in here, let us know. Hit that like button as soon as you get in. 1,000 likes by the 1 hour mark. We're giving away a t-shirt tonight. We're giving away our newest t-shirt tonight. It's going to be a wonderful stream. Over 500 in support in the super chats. We're giving away a hoodie as well. Let's get it going on. Look at all you guys lighting up in the chat. Holy, I love it. I love it. Hockey Fans is coming in from Calgary. Great to have you here. Guy Hodgkinson from Medicine Hat. We've got the Schwartz Awakens. Okotoks right next to High River. There you go. Tracy and Digger are coming in from the Republic of Alberta. Welcome in. David Brewer is joining us from Springfield, Missouri. Lauren's coming in from Gunn, Alberta. Carol and Gerald are joining us from Calgary. The Truth is coming in from Edmonton. If you didn't know, yep, it's Ashley. It's coming in from good old Lethbridge. Good to have her in here.
Prove it.
It's sus. We got Trav coming in from Dutchess. Good to have you in here. Kelly's coming in from Rimby. Dutchess? Might be. I think so. I believe so. Someone's going to get mad at me. What do you mean you don't know the names of every single town in Alberta? How could you not know Fringe? Mike J. coming in from Kirkland, Washington. We got Jancor in from Ottawa. Welcome in. We got Nix. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. First time. No one forgets their first time. Show some love to Nix. Great to have you in here. We got Scruff Nation coming in from Louisiana. God, I love our American viewers. You guys are the greatest viewers. Next to the Canadian viewers, you're both about the same, actually. But we love our American viewers. You guys are wonderful. We got John coming in from Rimby.
Canadian, as long as you're watching, we love you all.
As long as you're watching and you're not a liberal. We got Derek coming in from Carson City, Nevada. Welcome in. We've got Nicole, London, Ontario. Mr. The Dog Gaming coming in from Idaho. Welcome in. We got Walina coming in from Westlock. We got Saved by Grace coming in from Edmonton. How dare you? It's checking in from Grantham. We got Holden My Nuts all the way in Hamilton. They stretched that far. Phoebe's coming in. It's good to see Phoebe log in. Like capitalism reign. There you go. Exhibits is coming in from Naples, Florida. Welcome in. Oh, we got Todd's joining us from Stettler once again. Todd's a trooper. Thank you for all the work you're doing, Todd. Dave Anderson coming in from Arkansas. Welcome in. We've got Jarrett coming in from Smithville, Ontario. D. Robert coming in from Chicago. Mike is coming in from Calgary's Hood. Does Calgary have a hood?
You know, every time I see that guy's name in the chat, I call him Drobert, not D. Robert.
Well, I just want to be nice. Drobert sounds a little weird. I don't know if it's either or. Vox Guitar Rocks coming in from Fonthill, Ontario. Anna's coming in from Edmonton once again. Austin's joining us from Calgary, of course, as always. Torch King's in from Windsor. Alberta Vibes coming in from Calgary. Somebody's coming in from Red Deer. There could be multiple somebodies. Lynn's coming from Calgary. We got Grumpy Albertan coming in from Vulcan. Live long and prosper, my friend. Good to see you. We've got Jeffrey coming in from Camrose. Barb's in from Calgary. Guys, I got to get caught up in the chat. Look at even Borg Warner's coming in from Michigan. God, we love our viewers. You guys are so great. Look at this. We got 600 strong in the live stream. By the end of the roll call, that's pretty good for a show. Keep smacking that like button. We got to get out in the algorithm, folks. We want people to come in. We got a lot of things to talk about tonight, okay? A lot of wonderful things to talk about. We got Brandon coming in from Alberta. Early down payment for Out of the Rent. I hope you can get the Benny on the show. Yeah, we called out Benny Johnson today. Not really called him out. I just wanted to correct some things. He's interested in what's happening in Alberta. I think it would be great to get Benny Johnson on the channel. Go and check out that video if you haven't already. It helps again in the algorithm. Thank you very much, Brandon, for that one. Greg with the 279. Please hit the like button on the way in, guys. Yep, absolutely. Another 279. Get those likes in, guys. Look, Greg really wants you to get those likes in, guys. Greg's looking for us to do a t-shirt draw tonight. 1,000 likes by the 1 hour mark.
Let's get first. Like hard. No mercy.
Likes will continue until morale approves. Mr. Biggs with a $2 howdy for the Three Stooges from Redmonton. Thank you so much, Mr. Biggs. Steve Jensen in with a $20 right off the bat. Chris Scott took the big, beautiful bus to Stony Plain tonight. Tommy the Commie is handing out signs with tons of info brochures and the Forever Bozos to read. Hope he gets video. I hope he does too.
I saw a post on that. I did. I saw a post, and freaking Tommy was complaining on Facebook that, the Seppies are parked across the road and disrupting my event.
How dare there be people that have different opinions than us?
He's mad because our bus is bigger.
No, he literally is.
Here's the thing. A lot of people are backing the Forever Canada movement, and they don't realize that they're actually backing something that isn't taking place yet. I keep telling people, if you look at the October vote, it's not for whether or not we stay in Canada. This is whether or not we send a message to Ontario that we're fed up with the status quo. So if all of those people that are taking those signs are meaning to tell us they're okay with the high taxation, the low job growth, the high cost of food, the high cost of gas, the high everything.
I think you greatly overestimate how much thought they've put into it, other than,
Oh.
I don't like that kind of people.
68% of the population are legally retarded. So I don't discount anything, but yeah, I'm going to start calling those people communists straight up. Grumpy Albertan with a $5. Most Americans are behind us. They just need the correct info to broadcast it. Absolutely. Well, that's why I want to get Benny on. I'd like to have Benny. In fact, I even invited Benny to the rally on October on the 17th. I would take him as a guest. Maybe get him up on the stage. Maybe get him addressing the Albertans. I think that would be wonderful. I think it'd be wonderful if we could get Benny out here. He's a wonderful guy. Seems pretty amazing to me. I've been watching his stuff forever. He's a wonderful person. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We got to get right into it, guys. I'm a Seppi.
I see what you did there.
Giuseppe's Pizza says, I'm a Seppi. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, let's get into right to what's happening. People keep saying, you know what, Fringe? I don't like your clickbait, you bastard. You always clickbaiting people. You keep saying Canada's done. You keep saying Canada's screwed, that we've lost everything. Well, it's in and it's official. Nobody can yell at me anymore. Here's table salt. Major breaking. American logistics companies have begun implementing the 50% tariffs on Canada, set to take effect at midnight on Wednesday. As no deal looks more likely, many companies are scrambling to ensure bond sufficiency. I've personally seen 2 emails already.
We're screwed.
So we're done. Canada's finished. Anybody in
Adios.
Canada? Hey, forever Canadians, you happy? Are you pleased with yourselves? You
How
think
high
this
your
is good for
elbows
Canada?
now? How high your elbows now?
High enough to block the charts that show them all this.
Get those elbows up higher, because we reported today there's multiple sources citing that the government's already planning in Canada how to retaliate for all of this. So just imagine, the tariffs are already coming into effect. We're 48 hours away from the less than 48 hours from the deadline. And the Canadian government's already saying, how are we going to retaliate against America? Not, hey, look, we got to get a deal. And anybody who's hoping for a deal, Mark Carney doesn't want one because he wants the EU and China. So he's going to dress it up like, oh, look, I tried to get a deal, everybody. I tried. Looks like we'll just have to go to China.
It's the dirty Americans. It's the separatists in Alberta. It's all their fault.
Oh, those dirty seppies, always trying to leave the country. Those bastards, they're just ruining everything for us.
Meanwhile, Quebec's like, yes.
Yes, indeed. How am I supposed to get my communism now?
No, Mike. Mike, they're not. Yes, they're. We.
Good. Somebody.
They're talking about retaliation. What could we possibly do, even if we put 1,000,000,000% tariffs on whatever we sell to them? What's it gonna do? What was the stat? 16%?
They'll
their
invade.
exports come to us.
They'll invade America with the tampon cannons. They'll come in straight hardcore. There's only one somebody, says somebody. Remember for 1 year. Thank you. That's commitment.
Yeah.
A year
commitment.
Wow.
Ice skates. Our stocky sticks to come steal your maple syrup, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Their maple syrup, the maple syrup exports will go up by 500%.
Oh, take off, you hosers.
Hey, we have a
implementing your
maple
tariffs.
syrup reserve.
You guys want to have a laugh?
Reserve, but a strategic maple syrup reserve. We've got one of those.
You guys want to have a laugh early on in the stream? I got a laugh for you guys. We got it. Let's just take one step back from Donald for a second. Let's get away from the tariffs. Okay, they're coming in.
You're this close
know.
banned from the show.
Let's talk about this post that came out yesterday. Mario Zelaya, not parody. Government-funded news outlets are warning the public about influencers such as this YouTube channel that aren't government-funded. CTV complains that influencers have an unfair advantage of answering to no one and having an opinion without an editorial department.
We're doing this on $500 a year software and a couple of shitty mics from Best Buy. Like, what the hell are these people talking about?
Here we go. And the rise of home.
Like,
the rise of homegrown class of conservative social media influencers operating almost entirely outside of editorial structures, competing for attention rather than accuracy, and rewarded by platforms for being more extreme than the last person to go viral.
Okay,
what are we doing?
Rachel Gilmore, Lipinski, all the other leftist mouthpieces.
Oh, no. They said conservative social media influencers. We don't care if they're towing our line, but if they're talking about separation or if they're talking about how much they hate Mark Carney, well, they shouldn't be allowed online. They should only be allowed if they're getting handouts like we do.
They're just mad because they get millions and millions in taxpayer dollars, and
billions.
Three dudes in their basements with microphones get more than all of them put together.
I just can't anymore, guys. We've hit full stupidity. They're now a bigger factor in conservative politics than most traditional pundits, an answer to no one.
Yeah, because we don't suck.
What traditional pundit?
You mean I can't be like David Cochrane? I can't. I'm never going to be like David Cochrane. I wanted to be the new Caillou. Here's the result is a membership base shaped by an algorithm. This is the membership that would decide a leadership race today. Sorry. No. Who decides that leadership race? Do we need to bring up the map again? Do we need to bring up the map?
Don't make me tap the
They want
sign.
Andrew Coyne to freaking pick this. And Charles Adler. That's who they want. They want those voices of conservatism. Their brand. They don't like the fact that, yes, exactly, that the three of us in a couple of provinces, and I'm literally in my wife's craft room. If you look behind me, there are a whole lot of ribbon, an entire shelf full of knitting supplies that I'm pretty sure we'll never get.
You're a threat to democracy, Mike, in that craft room.
Here we go, folks. Let's do it one more time. If we're responsible for who's going to win the next leadership race, we got more views last year, according to David over at Moose on the Loose, than all other mainstream media combined. Yet Pierre Poilievre lost the federal election, and Mark Carney bought his way to a majority government after seizing a minority government with floor crossers. This red area of the map. So for anybody who's in America watching this show, or for anybody in Canada who doesn't understand how our elections work, or maybe why Alberta wants to leave Canada, we keep talking about this map. Half of Canadians live in this red area of Canada, meaning Toronto, Niagara region. And it's not Niagara Falls, because I know there's conservative areas around here, but this red region is half the country. Windsor, Hamilton, all in this area, Montreal,
Quebec City, yeah.
They decide who runs the country. We don't have an electoral college in Canada. So when they say, oh, these conservative influences can tell people how to vote and they can control who's in the House of Commons. No, we can't, because we have to compete against woke Toronto and immigrants that are coming in that basically vote for whoever brought them into the country. Even Stockwell Day the other day, based Stockwell Day, was saying the Liberals are buying permanent votes by bringing all these people into the country.
Man,
they're all in this red area.
I gotta say, Stockwell Day has been pretty based recently. Some of the comments and stuff like that, the independent stuff he's been talking about, like, where the hell was this guy a few years ago?
You know, they're being based when all of the usual, like Babcock and them, pile on them and tell them that he's psycho and he's dangerous.
Yeah.
David Warner with a $5. You could never be David Cochran. First, you need to be a bald conehead and a full-blown liar. I guess I'm only a partial liar. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that call me a liar.
I almost played the clip from Aliens where they talk about taking off and performing actions, but I was like, maybe I won't play that one.
There we go. But here's the thing. So for anybody who says, and I see it from the American comments sometimes in our videos, well, you guys voted for this. You guys voted for Mark Carney. No, we didn't. The majority of this country did not vote for it. This red area decided. When you look at the size of Canada, this red area decided who was running the country.
It's not our fault they sandwiched 50% of the entire population of our country into like 4 cities in that little red spot.
Yeah. We call it the zoo. That's where they put everybody. But nonetheless, the media crying because they get billions and billions of dollars every year in media handouts to be the shill prostitute, long arm extension of the government, and they can't beat good old-fashioned honesty because of social media. This is why Jagmeet Singh and other people wanted X to be banned in Canada a year ago. They're still calling for it.
Try for it. Yeah.
Here's Jasmine Lane coming back and clapping back at it. Panicking about conservative influencers 15 years after they became relevant is like a restaurant complaining about their bad reviews after refusing to update the menu since 2010. You had the audience, you had the platform, you had the resources, literally billions in government subsidies and opportunity. Instead, you spent 15 years dismissing the audience that eventually left to build their own. Now you're calling the algorithm the villain because you refused to adapt, listen, and do provide good content. Yeah, there it is in a nutshell.
We knew they were going to come after us hard at the end of the day. This is all part of the plan. They're trying to vilify us, demonize us, and make us into the bad guys. And at the end of the day, we're just speaking truth to power, and we're being very critical about a government that's censoring us and attacking us constantly.
I can't stop laughing though. Just why can't you guys just go away so we can lie to the people?
And guys, this is what we talk about. That this is the most important thing. You got to share the show. You guys got to like the show. You got to talk about the show. And put comments and get it out there, because a matter of time they're going to come in with big daddy censorship finger and like Thanos, click us and we're gone. And then you guys will lose all of this. You'll lose all of this.
All of this D-grade entertainment that we provide.
Like a B and a half. We just don't have the budget. I'm literally in a craft room.
M. Remington coming in with the $10. As the saying goes, you can vote your way into Ottawa, but you will have to shoot your way out. Oh, wait, everything is banned, seized, and suppressed. Alberta better get out now while you can. I sure hope so.
Speaking of suppressed, did you see they let the law on suppressors in the States lapse? So now you don't have to have show your ID and get your license to buy a suppressor in the States. That's amazing.
Oh, well, that's good. America wins again.
God bless.
Grumpy Albertan with a $5. You're proving that you can do it better without billions of dollars. You don't need billions of dollars. You just got to have an audience, and you got to look. I say it to people all the time: adapt or die off. You got to evolve or die. That's how it goes. You can't stay on the same track all the time. There's times where this channel has taken a dip. There's times where things have gone awry, and you have to look at it and say, okay, so do I keep doing the same thing, or do we switch tracks? Do we get better? How do we do it better? None of these media outlets have said this. And you know what's funny is I remember being in Calgary in the early 2000s, hearing that CTV was having issues retaining sponsors. And that's when they were starting to apply for government handouts and grants and subsidies.
I mean,
and they're saying, oh, we might lose CTV. And it's like, well, that's their own fault. They don't want to evolve.
Who cares? I mean, even before they basically proved how useless and about a bunch of liars they were during the vid. Like, I haven't had cable TV since like 2007. Like, I don't watch news.
My house has no coax in it.
Yeah. Like,
there you go.
So even before we found out how awful they were, I wasn't watching them. Now it's like on purpose.
Sean says we should get Brian's son, Ben Mulrooney, as replacement for Pierre to lead the PPC. Ben does a good show. But he shouldn't be a politician. I don't think he'd do well as a politician because of his connections that Mike's mentioning. I don't want more of the same. I want something new.
Also, I think the PPC would lose what little traction they do have as soon as Max is not a part of it anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys want to talk about something really out of left field? I know it's kind of a weird show.
Let's go.
I got some.
But we have to talk about this because I couldn't believe it. We keep talking about, and Matt, you've got a story about the Indian migrants, the newcomers, not listening to the rules, making things, making things different.
We'll start with this one.
Let's hang on. We got to bring this one in first. This is coming out of America. If you think it's just Canada, Black dude films himself spreading his booty cheeks and then farts on raw chicken he then served to unsuspecting Popeyes chicken customers.
Why do you have to bring that up? Why do you have to bring that up?
It's so they were talking today about how this happens in Canada, how nasty Tim Hortons is. It's everywhere, folks, and we gotta talk about it.
Just stay away from fast food.
It's gonna be oh god, you're gonna make us watch the video.
And do we have to hear it?
Of course, they film a guy eating chicken.
Well, there's that pink eye fever.
Yeah. Did you eat Popeyes when you got pink eye there, boys?
Although I feel like if you throw it in the deep fryer after, wouldn't that?
Is there Is there no audio? Is there no audio?
No, I hear nothing.
Oh, you guys aren't hearing the audio? Well, let me hang on.
Do we have to?
Yes, it's a funny story. We have to.
I'm amazed. Guys, on the Popeyes chicken front, here for all the audience. If you guys know me, my previous show, whatever like that, I have spent many a times trying to hunt down non-halal fried chicken. And so far in my infinite quest, it comes down to 2 fast food restaurants. I did find out that Popeyes in Alberta, non-halal. Popeyes in BC, halal. Popeyes in Ontario, halal. But in Alberta, non-halal.
But they'll fart on your chicken.
Honestly, for non-halal,
which is worse.
I'll take it at this point.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
A Black Popeyes employee in Louisiana was fired and could face a lawsuit after he farted on raw chicken and served it to customers. The incident started when the employee posted a disturbing video online. In the video, the restaurant's raw chicken storage area opened a package of uncooked chicken, sat on it, and farted on the food. After that, he appeared to take the same chicken, cook it in the fryer, and serve it to customers. A few days later, some customers discovered the video online. When they watched it carefully, they realized the employee in the video was the same person who had prepared their meals at the restaurant that day. The customers said they immediately felt disgusted and sick after realizing they might have eaten the chicken shown in the video. They brought the evidence to the restaurant and contacted Popeye's corporate, demanding compensation and an investigation.
Where are we in the world, guys?
I want to say one thing. Not a single white person in that entire broadcast.
That's racist.
Right? Well, not me. I'm not the media. I'm just saying. I like fried chicken just as much as the next honky.
You guys don't have Chicken Chef in Alberta?
No, you guys are the only ones that got Chicken Chef. Now, trust me, the only reason I go to Saskatchewan outside of work is to get Chicken Chef. I mean, it's delicious and cheap, and it's one that goes out of this world.
The Chicken Chef is run by our favorite people, most of them, but the one in Gimli is still pure. Right next to the Crown Royal Distillery.
We're so getting C9'd.
How did we get here, though, in the world? Like, how did we get to this point in society where we just have this and what's funny is that when I heard about the story, like, I was like, okay, we got to put it on stream. But when I heard it, it's like, yeah, it's just a Tuesday. Like, it's just, you hear about this shit all the time now. Somebody's doing something to food, or this place has disgusting policies, or there's cockroaches in the coffee at Tim's, or like, it's everywhere now. Now, look, I know despite my puckish exterior, I don't go out and eat that often at those kind of places, but look at this in Canada.
Oh,
is there no audio?
No, there is. I just didn't turn it on.
Oh, okay. I thought there was audio.
When the sauces are also unlimited at Costco.
Like, this guy's stealing condiments from Costco.
The mustard. Like, he's
stealing ketchup and mustard.
Filling those Pepsi bottles or cups with all the ketchup and mustard.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but he might look like a newcomer.
It's entirely possible.
I'm not gonna prejudge.
No, but I'm gonna say this. Shame on that guy. The $1.50 Costco hot dog pop deal is an institution in North America. An institution. Yeah. And honestly, they lose money on it, and everyone's cool with it because it's delicious. And who doesn't like a good Costco hot dog? Shame on this guy and anybody who takes advantage of that crap. And I'm still angry at you for ruining Popeyes for me, even though this week they redeemed themselves. Son of a bitch.
But wait, there's more.
Oh,
there's always more. There's always
more. Here's where we're going to talk about the problem with this. When it comes to the rules, when it comes to how to behave, these new arrivals to Canada.
BC is under a Category 1 campfire ban. Fires under 0.5 meters by 0.5 meters. This person with a jerry can in his hand is torching his stuff on the beach there. I'm pretty sure that exceeds.
They just want to be Canadian, don't they? They just want to blend in, right? They just want to take on some of our Canadian values. So why not start a fire with a jerry can of gasoline while there's a fire ban going on and the province is burning down? See, this is why when people sit and say, why can't you be more tolerant of these people? Why can't you say it's okay that they come to the country? I'll tell you why. Because they do shit like this. It has nothing to do with the color of their skin. They crash their trucks all over our roads. They light our forests on fire. They throw their trash everywhere. They poop on our beaches. And I'm supposed to say, that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. That's not a big deal. Just educate them. Just ask them nicely to stop. This is where I was saying earlier that I didn't like the comments that went around in the constitutional event last week because somebody brought their racist grandpa to stand up on stage and talk about things. But I do want people to know that when it comes to people invading the country that shouldn't be here, if you can't get along, if you can't assimilate, if you can't follow the rules and be a decent person, if you're going to Costco and stealing the condiments, if you're lighting fires with gasoline when there's a fire ban, or shitting on the beach, or throwing your statues in the lake,
or farting on my chicken,
you got to go.
Somebody's got to come into the live stream at 29 minutes and be like, and farting on my chicken.
That's gonna get clipped and put somewhere.
Yeah, we're see, this is, the condiment theft, I'm not gonna lie, is possibly one of the reasons, because you used to get the Costco hot dogs and they had like the onions, they had like the sauerkraut, they had like the peppers and stuff. Like, you could make a hot dog into a full-blown meal. Now it's just the mustard, relish, and ketchup. And I'm gonna say it's because of this crap.
Ready? Are you ready? Get them out of here! Get them out of here! Get the hell out of here!
Yep, get them out of here.
I am no longer accepting the label of racist or conspiracy theorist. I am a pattern recognitionist and a noticer.
But here's the thing. You see there, times are tough when you steal the mustard. Look, guys, I know people are having tough goes at the grocery store. Mustard's like, what, $3?
Like $2.
Well, if you get the no-name stuff, it's pretty affordable when it comes down to it. And again, people say, well, you never know, people stretching out their dollar. You don't go to Costco and fill a Pepsi cup full of mustard.
Spend more time just driving around the parking lot trying to find a spot. Like, you spend more money the gas.
Emma Remington, $5. Derek, your breakdown earlier was dead on. Of course it is. I'm right. I'm always right. Trump is just trolling your left with 51st State, low value entertainment, watching them crash out. I love watching them crash out. It's one of my favorite things to do. I got to be honest. It's lovely watching them get all freaked out and scared about 51st State. Wouldn't it be something if they just got rid of that artificial line? They just took it out of the map, blah, just like that, like they drew it, and it becomes a glorious 51st State. I think it'd be something. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
I do got good news. Let me pull this up. This is good news. I saw this week. Statistics Canada numbers show Canadians becoming less accepting of gender diversity. Recent report says Saskatchewan has the lowest acceptance rate in the country.
Well, the fatigue is real in many places. The fatigue is real.
I've seen a number of videos when it comes to fatigue. Like, we're talking about migrant fatigue. There's videos now going like viral on X and different platforms of guys that as soon as they hear the Gary voice, they leave the store, they leave the site, they leave wherever they're at. They don't want to do business with those people, and they say it's not a race thing. It's just we're fed up, we're done, we don't want to do it. And people say, well, what are you talking about with the Gary voice?
Why bring the gun to me and then I give you $25 gift card to Tim Horton?
Do not redeem it! Do not redeem it! Do not redeem it! Why you redeem it?
Been a while.
Can't have any Garys.
I was gonna say, it's been a while since we played the Gary. We might get C9.
That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
As long as you're okay with it.
Yeah,
it happens.
All right. I got some other good stuff I kind of want to bring up for everybody. I know this is an Alberta show. We really talk heavily about what's going on, but I wanted to just go across the pond real quickly because Nigel Farage, the leader of Reform UK, won his by-election this week. Second place went to Count Binface. Now, if you guys aren't following, Count Binface, this guy here on the right.
Is that legit?
That is 100% legit. Guys, if you go to Count, like literally, it's 100% a guy in a suit, goes by the name of Count Binface.
Now, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
He came in second. To the
come
point
on.
where like the House of Lords called him and said, if you win, you'll have to show up without the garbage can on your head.
It's
Are
a
you
protest.
kidding
how
me?
awful Nigel
Protest.
Farage is. It'd be like somebody running against Mark Carney as, Buddy McButtface or something.
Oh, come on. The winners. What was his name?
Count Binface.
I almost said Count Buttface. Just Count Binface.
Yeah,
like,
Binface.
what are you?
No,
what
it's
are we
great.
doing?
Honestly, I went down the Count Binface rabbit hole for a little bit and tried to look at this. He one of his platform plan was to have a referendum so that Pluto could retake its status as a planet. That was one of them. Another one is this one. I don't agree on one side, but I kind of agree on the other one. He's like, we're going to lower the legal age of voting to 16, but we're going to eliminate it at the age of 80.
You know that Count Bin face is going to be the trending Halloween costume.
He was on like banners in the area in the writing, and it's like vote for the extraterrestrial.
You wish OSB could have reached that level of success.
It's got 300,000 followers on X.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Minutes of fun. Speaking of that, before we get into the douche, our buddy Lee's been at it again.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's just going around right there in the middle, over here, just crashing for.
Wait, is this legit or was that AI? That has to be AI, right?
Yeah, it was I don't
Okay.
Lee doesn't look that slim.
I don't know if maybe it's somebody posing as Lee or what's going on. I don't know if Lee's trending now or.
Speaking of that, for everyone that's watching, Lee will be here on Wednesday. So it'll be minutes.
Yeah, Lee's coming. Mike got a hold of Lee, and Lee's coming on the show Wednesday for an interview.
Questions for Lee.
I have a lot of questions.
Well, I mean, guys, he's been really busy right now, taking time away from his personal life to join his local theater group, and they're doing a really what was he talking to me? They're doing a really progressive look at progressive take on Fiddler on the Roof. This one here, very progressive, taking a classic and bringing it into the 21st century, as he called it, called Diddler on the Roof. Yeah, it's a really progressive look at a classic thing. Way less Jews. And something about
way less juice?
Yes, way less juice. And
juice.
Something about voting, like you're siding with the commies on this one. So like I said, he's taking the night off from his local theater group. He's gonna come in, he's gonna do the show. It's gonna be all elbows. He's been waxing his elbows for the show.
Excellent. Well, less juice is a good thing because that sugar will get you guys. You stay away from the juice. The juice is loose. So what do we got here? What gives? Fringe, I've been trying to become a scrutineer and even contact Matt, stop it.
I can't. Mike broke me.
Even contacted the Jason Levine team several days ago and no response. Do you have any info on how things are progressing on that front? No, I don't. I really don't know a lot about it because I didn't sign up to become a scrutineer because I'm a YouTuber and I figured I don't stand a snowball's chance in hell. Not only that, I'll be live streaming the results with everybody on the 19th. So I have no idea what's going on that front. I'm so sorry.
As I understand how it works, you submit your name to one of the TPAs and they can recommend you to Elections Alberta, but Elections Alberta has the final say on who the scrutineers are.
And they do, before people start saying, oh my God, they get to select everybody. They have to have people from all sides. They can't just bring in liberals or just Forever Canadians, or like they have to have a balance.
Yeah.
How could they bring in Forever Canadians if there's no Forever Canadian TPA to recommend them?
You know what I mean? People who side on that end of it. I already know viewers of this channel that told me they were called up to be a scrutineer. So we are getting phone calls. So before anybody says it's fixed or it's rigged, I'm gonna press X to doubt for now because some of our viewers have already been called to become scrutineers. Some of them had it in the chat on Friday. So I think we're okay.
I was talking to our friend of the show, Corey Morgan, about this because one thing that they were looking at was using the parties to get in as scrutineers. Sadly, the only parties that you can actually get scrutineer status with are UCP and NDP, and currently both leaders are against the movements. I don't know how the hell this is going to work. So thanks.
Yeah, but again, you remember a large percentage of the UCP base support independence. So I think, again, we're okay. I think we're all right.
Snatch, in the chat, what's that Obi-Own guy going on about? Check his history for me, will you?
Trump God Emperor of MAGA kind. $2 super fake news. I'll send them where I sent Lego Batman. Thank you very much. Nilok with a $5. No stereotypes were harmed in the making of this video.
Not one.
Not one. Carney with $2. Time to start an OSB X channel. We should. Mike. Schwartz Awakens.
Maybe if there's another federal election.
$14 super from the Schwartz Awakens. So I asked for Lee interview. Thank you. It's going to be a must watch. You're most welcome. Most welcome.
Looking forward to it.
Where are we at, guys? 660 likes with 20 minutes to go. You guys, you got to get that ramped up. 380 likes for a giveaway, t-shirt giveaway in the next 20 minutes.
Up. Those are rookie
next 20 minutes. Those are rookie numbers. Come on, guys, you can do better than that.
Next Friday, so the 28th, when you're doing the show with Tiff, People down here at the Calendars That Curse will be donating one of the red plaids that I typically wear for a as the giveaway. How's that?
They're done. Great, wonderful. And they're so comfortable, guys. So you're going to want to be here for that. I do got to talk about the rally on the, what is it, the 29th?
The 29th.
Yeah.
Is it the next Saturday? Mitch is holding the rally at the legislature on the 29th. Unfortunately, Unacceptable Fringe will not be able to attend that rally. Sadly, I've had a family engagement come up, family emergency. I'm not going to discuss it publicly, but there is a bit of a thing with my family. I cannot attend the rally. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I will not be there. I hope it goes well, and I hope everybody enjoys it. So there will be no live stream of that rally from this channel, unfortunately, and I won't be able to make it. So I figure I should just announce it now. Hopefully it goes well. I hope everything goes according to plan. But I will be at the rally October 17th.
As well.
With Mike, and Matt and Mike will be there. Everybody's going to be there by the sounds like Keith Wilson and Tanya Clemens are holding that rally 2 days before the vote at the legislature as well. Hopefully they're both very successful.
This guy's been shrieking in the chat for
let him cry. Let him cry harder. Who cares?
All right.
Who cares?
Bring him back up again.
Your tears sustain me.
Oh, it means nothing, you idiots. I'm like, this is the kind of person that literally has a first name for his cup chair.
Enjoy your communism. Enjoy your communism. That's all I say to these people.
Shut up, bitch.
I can't. I can't. I like people with some level of intelligence. If you're going to tell me that you're okay the way the economy is, if you're okay with the way everything's structured right now, if you're okay with the fact that our tariffs are coming in and we're about to get bent over a barrel, maybe go to China. You might like it better there. It seems like you're very unhappy here. T-Mac with a $10 Australian professor in an interview explained that in the West, you have to graduate everyone. So we have low IQ lawyers who go into politics. I now understand what really happened with David Eby. I think it's more than that. But we'll leave it there because I don't want to get banned off of YouTube. Mike, we do a little segment every Monday here on the channel. Segment everybody looks forward to. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for Douche of the Week. Let's go.
Come on. Come on. Really? Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
That's what we need to do is support each other.
Douche of the Week.
All right, guys, it's everyone's favorite segment and the reason you come down here on Monday. It is the famous Unacceptable Fringe, Freedom Honey, and I guess Matt's here too. Douche of the Week, where we cover all of the nominees that you guys send in or DM me or put them on emails and stuff like that. And then I rifle through and then I just basically look on Facebook and figure out who angered me the most this week to award them the title of Douche of the Week.
I'm actually
this
really
week.
I have no idea who it could be this week.
This week's nominee goes by the name of Heather Morigo. 2,500 followers. This one, it was
look at the emojis. You can tell it's either the flags or the emojis.
Zoom in on the profile picture. Let me see it.
No, that is the
photo. What do you mean? That is
this
the photo.
This photo makes sure like we're not.
We're not
going to make it bigger. No, okay. Shut down. I got a video about this broad. Okay, so basically, we're basically giving her the title because of this crazy video that she did. It is 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. We're going to stop it. We're going to break it down. We're going to go over the fact checks because everything this girl spews about the independence movement is absolute bullshit. So without that, let's we'll stop we'll break it down and you guys will see.
So I'm going to talk about the Alberta separation. They posture as if this will financially benefit Alberta, that this is a investment in our future. And it's because Alberta has oil and gas and we have to pay royalties to Canada. And if we separate from Canada, we won't have to pay it. What they don't tell you is that Alberta oil and gas needs refineries. Most of those refineries are in China and overseas. And in order to get the oil and bitumen to the coast so it can be shipped to the refineries, they need the Trans-Canada pipeline or the Canadian rail system. And they'll say, well, we'll just use trucks to ship it to the.
Who the hell is saying any of that?
No, exactly. Absolutely not.
I know you've got it in the video files, so I don't want to bring it up again because we can't really talk over it. But what is she putting on her face? Like, it was so greasy. You could like.
I almost made really bad jokes. I'm just gonna.
No, I mean, let's break down the fact checks. At the end of the day, she's like, we need refineries. I'm like, well, we have refineries. It mostly goes to China. None of it goes to China. It all goes to the U.S. Like 90% of our stuff. The rest go to, like, let's get.
So I'm going to talk about the Alberta separation. They posture as if this will financially benefit Alberta, that this is a investment in our future. And it's because Alberta has oil and gas, and we have to pay royalties to Canada. And if we separate from Canada, we won't have to pay it. What they don't tell you is that Alberta oil and gas needs refineries. Most of those refineries are in China and overseas. And in order to get the oil and bitumen to the coast so it can be shipped to the refineries, they need the Trans-Canada pipeline or the Canadian rail system. And they'll say, well, we'll just use trucks to ship it to the coast. Well, then the price of fuel is going to go up. And they say, well, we'll just build our own refineries here. Well, that's a couple $2 billion debt that we don't need.
We already have refineries.
And say goodbye to our clean air, water, and tourism of all the people who come to Alberta specifically.
Okay, I can't.
Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot. Guys, you can go check her out. It was the most insane video, and essentially telling us, and the whole like last minute and a half is just about how we want to turn Alberta into some racist commune. And it was just way too much.
Yeah.
Essentially, everything she said was wrong. It very much angered me. And for that, what the heck is this broad's name again? Okay, Heather Morigo, you are this week's Freedom Honey Unacceptable Fringe Douche of the Week. You guys go on Facebook, check it out yourself. It's a lot. It's just lie after lie. But it just brings up the point of how much it's this massive field of disinformation and misinformation, which I hate using those words, but it is what it is, to just basically tell us that everything we're doing is wrong and that this is nothing more than a pipe dream because we haven't looked it out. I mean, we haven't figured it out, or we haven't done the math or anything like that, which is a bunch of horse shit.
What she has said is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. At no point in her rambling discourse did she ever reach anything approaching a point. We are all dumber for having listened to her. May God have mercy on her soul.
I just want to know who farted on her chicken.
You guys banned the troll. I wanted to bring up his last rant before we banned.
No. He started using some words that we can't have. We'll get in trouble from YouTube.
Oh, but I have fun with the troll.
Once they cross the line, they gotta go. Go. I'm sorry, but it's very fun.
He said we all deserve to be taxed and we're all cowards.
I know, but when you use the colorful language and you can't suppress yourself, he was warned multiple times.
Yeah.
It comes down to one thing and one thing only.
Get out! 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 Get out!
He's out of here.
We cut off Mike's finishing line for the douche. Proceed.
For that, I award you douche of the week. That's Mike approved. Derek approved. Matt's in the house tonight approved. Everyone in the chat, because there's nothing I hate more than a bunch of leftist Forever Canada people filling up the internet with a bunch of misinformation to try to make us look like a bunch of crackpots that didn't do our homework, that didn't write everything down. Screw her. I'm sorry.
I always love when you get mad, Mike. It's so fun. It's so awesome. We got Sanjali 279. I signed up with the UCP for scrutineering. I hope you get the call. Gerald Cooper. Derek, I will you guys on October 17th.
Yes, you what? Will, Gerald.
Yes, you will. You'll what?
See,
I don't know if I should be scared or afraid. That's or panic a little. I that almost sounds like you want to wear my skin. That's scary.
Bobby,
What, Bobby with the $7 super? This person's the very reason I need to take my medicine. What a bunch of bull. Yeah, she's out there. She's out there. Lee with the $2. I was waiting for that, Derek. Yeah, look, once you cross the line, that's it. We don't giggity. We get them out of here. We don't play.
The problem is when you let them ride, and Snatch and I, we all talked about it. Let them, if they're not saying bad things or whatever, like they're allowed to be communists and exist in the chat, but like they keep pushing, and then the more you notice them or talk about them, the worse they get.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's about to get much worse in Canada. Let's take a look at this. Canadians are taxed to death. Quebec's top provincial income tax rate is 25.75%. Now,
that's just income tax.
This is provincial.
Oh.
This is the provincial tax. These are the provincial tax rates before we even get into federal tax. This is why when we say that 40-something% of your pay goes into taxes, this is where it's going, folks. Quebec's top provincial income tax rate is 25.75%, and they're about to get smacked by these tariffs. Meanwhile, 8 U.S. states have 0% income tax, and that 25.75% is before federal income tax. Canada's top federal bracket is 33%. Why pay more and more? But what are you getting in return? It's a very good question. Well,
guys, at least our services are really good, right? Like our roads are really nice. Our hospitals are really good. Everybody gets seen in time. If the fire and police are well funded, all the crimes are solved. We get really good service for our tax, right?
And you guys see the Mocha Bazirgan? Mocha, did you guys see his little documentary that he made about the doctors, the fraudulent doctors in Alberta?
Yes.
Like, how scary is that? That our system is so broken that they're bringing in fraudulent doctors from other countries. I mean,
but this is where you lose me when you start saying, I like Canada the way it is, and I don't think Alberta should leave. And it's like, what are you talking? Again, give me a reason to stay. Give me a single reason. Look at these tax rates across the country. Quebec's at BC's at 20.5 and Quebec's at 26. There's a reason I wanted to bring that up. Oh, and Ontario's at 13.2. They're one of the lower ones in the country. But here's the reason I wanted to bring that up.
Look at shitty Manitoba, 17.4.
17.4. There's a reason I wanted to bring that up, because when we talk about the tariffs, here's who's going to get clobbered the most when they're into effect. Now, we already showed table salt at the beginning of the stream saying certain companies are already charging it. Let's take a look. 13.7% of the tariffs, or 13% out of the share of exports for the U.S. facing the new 50% tariff, 13.7% are in BC, 10.8% are in Quebec. How do you think their high income tax and provincial tax rates are going to affect their people? Like, this is what, now Alberta's barely getting anything. Saskatchewan, Manitoba's 5%, so half of Quebec. Ontario's at 9%. So it's the three provinces between Quebec, Ontario, and BC that have been bad-mouthing America, that have been talking about going dollar to dollar with the tariffs, aside from Manitoba with the no Kuzma, no Boozma shit. But you've got
love my
BC. You've got David Eby in BC saying absolutely no American booze back on the shelves. You've got Quebec saying, look, it's unacceptable for us to reach out and open up our provincial trade barriers. We don't want oil. We don't want anything else. We don't want to do deals with America. Trump is bad. You've got Ontario, well, putting their elbows up. Doug Ford, we all know what he's left in his wake. All of these provinces are talking smack, and they're about to get hammered the worst out of anybody.
It's scary to think of what's going to happen. I mean, Doug Ford's been, he's been backtracking. He's been pushing forward. He folds over like an old couch every now and then. But I mean, they're all screwed. Not a doubt.
Companies are leaving at record levels.
Well, and don't forget
from Canada
that in, was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Mark Carney's gas tax holiday ends, and the carbon tax goes up another 25% at the same time.
Yep.
On top of the tariffs. So please just take your fist and just, because
but here, and Ryan Garrettson nails it here. The media would keep telling Canadians everything is great, even if we're all living in tents and begging for government food rations. Here's the Toronto Star, another shill prostitute media that's whining, saying that guys like us have an unfair advantage because we're not bound to editorial chiefs and everything else. Backed by superior job growth and lower inflation, Canada possesses the economic leverage to withstand American trade pressure instead of rushing into a bad agreement, writes David Olive of the Toronto Star. This is where I was showing you the map at the beginning of the stream and saying, these idiots, it doesn't matter how hard things get or how bad they get or what Mark Carney does. They're going to tell you everything's fine, guys. Everything's fine.
Is David Olive retarded?
No, he's just bought and paid for like the rest of those shills.
I got to be honest, guys. He's kind of retarded.
No, I mean, imagine having no integrity where you literally spew out government paid for propaganda and call yourself a journalist. You know what? That's the one thing I like about this show. We just push out the facts. Yes,
that guy's entire article could be debunked with an 8-year-old and a calculator.
Yes.
The U.S. is like massive GDP growth right now, and we're struggling. We're the lowest GDP growth in the G7. We literally just came out of a technical recession that I'm still convinced we're in.
Did we come out of it? Who said that?
The government.
Well, take a look at this chart. This explains it. Does Canada get a trade deal? Yes. Carney's a genius. No. Nothing Carney could have done. Poilievre is the real problem. Vote Liberal either way. This is the way Torontonians, those in the zoo, this is the way they see it in Canada, even if they're living in a tent. It doesn't matter how bad things get. They always stick with the Liberals. This is why Albertans, when Albozos tell you, oh, you guys, you shouldn't leave. You should want to stay in Canada. You should just want to stay here and be a part of things. Shut up. Are you a communist? Are you retarded? Do you not understand how the economy works? Are you that blind? Like, this is where you start, like, I'm sorry. I'm all for being nice. I'm all for being tolerant and explaining things and trying to educate. But when you're that friggin' stupid, you start telling people, if you don't like it, pack your shit and go. Stop ruining it for everybody else and just go live where this kind of behavior is common every single day. You'll love it. You'll never feel shitty again. You can go be amongst your people and huff your own farts and talk about how great your farted on chicken tastes. You can't have it in Alberta. Alberta is off limits.
You're not going to drop that chicken thing, are you? Anytime soon, are you?
No. We have to
say, are they huffing their own chicken farts?
Yes.
Farting on chicken. See, this is the problem. Like we've like, I like to say we've been the pretty good neighbor in all of this. You know, where they're that good neighbor to the rest of Canada, where they, you know, it's like they keep coming over, boring our crap, never returning it, or giving to us when it's broken or damaged, and said I was like that when I got it. That's what this relationship is. And there's, and you know, you want to go complain to the condo board? Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. This is. Did we hit it? Did we hit 1K? With 2.5 minutes to spare, did we hit 1K?
Judges.
It says 790. Lori says 790. Guys, don't lie for free stuff. I'm going to check.
So I saw something online. I don't have it pulled up, but there was, I think it was Babcock.
791.
I think it was Babcock who retweeted about this Canadian older couple who sold their house in Florida. Like, we can't live here anymore.
Look, you guys, hang on. You guys have 2 minutes to get 200 likes. You guys can do it. There's over 1,000 people. Well, there was a second ago. If you all hit the like button, it's free stuff.
Try harder.
Try harder. Let's go.
She was going on about how, see, Canadians can't live under Trump. They're coming back. And I'm like, well, that's just self-sorting. And once Alberta is independent, the self-sorting will continue. Whereas people who are not useless will move to Alberta, and the people who are worthless communists and think Orange Man bad and want their elbows up their anus will leave. Self-sorting is great. It should happen all the time.
Yep.
The older couple that sold their house in Florida, like, obviously it's because they're broke, but it's the only reason I could see it. I mean, you got to give up the beautiful weather, you know, being able to go down to the gate. You know, I like the taste of alligator, but I mean, you got to give that all up.
It tastes like unfarted on chicken.
No, this is probably a older couple that, you know, couldn't get health insurance down there because they're probably in their 80s. and probably ran out of cash and decided that, hey, we're gonna have to sell the second property.
Well,
and then they just said it was patriotic when they're broke because they were living like kings, and then didn't realize that the inflation was gonna go skyrocket. And guess what? All those dollars that you saved throughout your life for your retirement, guess what? It's getting eaten up pretty quick now, thanks to freaking the liberals and Mark Carney causing hyperinflation with your goddamn money.
Well, at least whatever they sell down there, when they convert it back to Canadian money, it'll be a pretty big boost. So they can pay more taxes on it.
And this is why it'll never change. The polls still have Carney ahead. Meanwhile, real Canadian businesses are shutting their doors. Algoma Steel's fighting to survive. Forestry's in crisis. Honey producers are bracing for tariffs. Stellantis is looking at closing Brampton.
Didn't we give Algoma Steel like $100 million or something?
Yeah,
like
and
last
now they're
year?
gonna they're gonna go. They're gonna go to the US or shut their doors and ask for another bailout.
And I'm sure the liberals will blame Algoma Steel, saying, see, we gave you this money and now you're leaving. How dare you? It's like, well, we can't survive under your policies.
That's how you do it. You take the cash, you pocket the cash, you sell the building for whatever assets and land is valued. Then you take a bigger pool of money and just leave and give the double barrel middle finger to Canadians on your way out. Well, you destroy an entire town because people had the jackass, dumbass reason to freaking pump more money into Algoma Steel to make steel for a pipeline that's never going to effing happen.
Yep. Here it is. 40% of manufacturers are considering moving to the United States. People are on the verge of bankruptcy. Capital already starting to leave. Yet somehow the Liberals are still at 42%. This is where I'm saying earlier, it doesn't matter how bad things get. They're not going to change. That little red area of Canada that says we're in charge of who runs the country, it's never going to change. Alberta, don't you dare lose this vote on October 19th. Don't you dare.
To all the hate watchers that watch us in the show and watch us and comment in the chat and everything like that, don't worry, guys. It's not you. It's us.
It's just, I can't understand how anybody could vote to say this is okay. This is fine. Let's just wait another 3 years of this abuse, of this mistreatment of Canada, this mistreatment of our tax dollars, and hope that things get better, or we can pick somebody else and then hopefully slowly rebuild. Or we take the fast path. Like, I'd rather just say enough. It's a failed experiment. The East isn't the same as the West. We have different what's the word I'm looking for? Cultures,
values.
I don't want to say values. See, Mark Carney ruined the word values. That's why I'm always looking for other words to say it. It's we have different cultures.
No, I think you're right with values, because at the end of the day, his values is the Eastern values. They believe in net zero. They believe in elbows up. They believe that the government controls them. They believe that they want more and more from a government that they refuse to pay into. They think everything.
So let them have it. Let them have it. They can have it without Alberta's GDP. Let the credit card leave. Canada's credit card can piss right off, and you guys can have your elbows up. You guys can have your green energy, your values, your carbon sucking machines. You can have it all. Like down here, it says the polls say one thing. What does real life say? Yet Carney still leads. It's never going to change, guys. Ever.
Outside of Alberta, they don't have anything to suck the carbon out of except these nuts.
It's just so disheartening.
It is. I think, and I don't think it's going to get any better. I was talking about this with the wife, and we were talking about how the deficit will just keep on growing, and inflation is just going to keep going up. We are not producing enough as a country to be able to get out of this massive debt pile that we're getting into, and it's not getting any better. It's just going to keep ramping up the debt till eventually it's going to match our GDP, and we're going to be completely screwed. And you want to talk about Venezuela times?
Yeah. Everything sucks in Canada. We need Nick Shirley in Canada so we can investigate. What happens if we've investigated multiple times and found the government committing crimes and nothing has happened to them. It doesn't matter if Nick Shirley comes here.
How many traitors do they have? They call us traitors and seppies and all this garbage. How many of them are still in the House of Commons that refuse to get investigated?
What about the Chinese MP who's under heavy scrutiny right now for what he's been doing with China while representing Canada? We're compromised. We've been taken over by China. And people are, let's remain in Canada. Let's stay in this mess. Oh, I love this system.
Derek, if you're gonna say China, can you do it the right way?
They got to say it's part of China. China. I have to have my China. Here we go. Canada keeps telling itself it's a wealthy G7 country. Then you look at the checkout line. Nearly 2.2 million visits were made to the Canadian food banks in a single month in 2025, the highest ever recorded. Food bank use has almost doubled since 2019. And a lot of it are people who are driving Lexuses that are here from other countries. Here's the part that should bother everybody. Roughly 1 in 5 food bank users has a job. That is simply not unemployment. This is an economy where having a job increasingly does not guarantee you can afford food. Canada does not have a food bank problem. It has a purchasing power problem. When working becomes insufficient to cover basic living costs, the economy may be growing on paper while the household is shrinking in real life. This is embarrassing. When are we going to stop this? When are we going to say enough? And I keep seeing it in the comments where people are saying, I live from outside of Alberta. And I'll tell you, if you guys separate, the people are going to flood to Alberta en masse. Get here now. Help us vote our way out of this shit. If you're fed up with Canada the way it is, come to Alberta and vote for a better future. I don't understand why anybody sits back and says, I'm going to let you guys do the legwork, and if you get away, then I'll come there.
That pisses me off.
I'll come there and enjoy everything you guys obtain from your vote. Come here now if you want it.
Yeah. And you know what? That's one thing I see a lot of. You know, people message me all the time. It's, oh, if you guys get independence, I'm definitely coming. Oh, wait, so you're going to let us put our necks out there? Let us get attacked online? Let us get attacked in the street? Let the government come after us because we're risking our neck out there to do something good and better for the entire province because we truly believe that this is the path forward into ultimate prosperity, into ultimate, for a greater future for our children and our grandkids and our families and friends. But yeah, you're just going to sit there. Oh, I'll wait till you guys do it all. And then I'll come and reap it in.
And then I'll come enjoy it.
I'm running the goddamn borders until I get my ambassadorship to freaking Costa Rica. And guess what? Ain't no one getting in until I approve it.
It drives me nuts. Look, I don't expect people to get here. I don't expect people to get here before October. But if the October vote is won, you need to be here before the referendum vote. If you're planning to come to Alberta, you can't sit back and say, well, come out there if you guys vote to leave. You know what I'm going to say the day after that referendum, the day after that binding referendum? I'm going to kick the door down in Keith Wilson's house before he goes for the negotiations. I'm going to say, listen, Keith, we need to build a wall. We need to build a wall around Alberta, okay? And it needs to have a big door on every side. And you can only come in if you're going to do it legally, okay? Now, the only person who can build that wall, respectively, is me. And that's how it's going to go. If you can't pack up your shit and get here before that binding vote, you don't deserve to live in a free Alberta. Like Mike said, you didn't have to take the slings and arrows of the online community. You didn't have to have your events canceled. You didn't have to have hot coffee thrown at you. You didn't have to stand out in the freezing cold and garner signatures or put up with the abuse. You didn't have to get fired from your job or canceled.
The wall just got 10 feet higher, and Mark Carney's going to pay for it.
You're all nuts. You're all nuts. Enjoy your communism. Enjoy your communism.
Shut up, bitch.
I just can't.
No, I mean, this isn't crazy for just wanting something better. You guys got to realize the status quo sucks. Look at you now to where we were as a country back in the early 2000s, where making $100,000 a year was like you were way above. You were way above and beyond. You could buy a house, a really, really nice, 3,000 square foot house in a suburb of Ontario for $285,000, where you could actually afford to pay your taxes and afford new cars and stuff like that. And now guess what? You're scraping by and you have nothing to show at the end of the month. When paycheck comes, it's like, okay, after I've paid all my bills, I paid the tax man, I paid the government, and I've got nothing left. But everyone's this right now.
They're all like, Matt, good jobs elsewhere. Can't risk moving to Alberta for no job. Hell, Albertans can't find jobs. That's fine, but then don't sit and say, I'm coming out there if you vote to leave. Like, if you don't want to be part of the solution, then don't come out
the
here.
rest of Canada, they come to Alberta. They want our milk and honey.
That's what it is. And it drives me nuts. Look, I love all people that want to come here. I'm not disagreeing that you want a better life. What I'm saying is either be a part of the solution and don't show up at the 11th hour and just say, oh, good, now I'm here to enjoy it. Now, if you want to come a couple years after and apply for citizenship or whatever it needs to be done, go ahead. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm not going to be a gatekeeper. But what I'm saying is if you're going to move here 30 days after we get our sovereignty, don't bother. Because we're not doing all this work for a bunch of people to move out here and take advantage of it and say, oh, it's so much better than what we left. Well, we had to fight for it. There's a new thing going around, and it's what I wonder, because people, I'm going to hear it in the comments. Matt, you had this pulled up. There's going to be people in the comments, you know, friend, you're such a gatekeeper and you're such a bastard. You tell people they can't come to Alberta. You're such a purist. Blacklocks is reporting that Minister Chrystia Freeland's office and the RCMP compiled and distributed a federal blacklist of Freedom Convoy sympathizers to thousands of corporations, including Chinese banks, a list that was later ruled unlawful. That list...
I mean, it doesn't matter if you rule it unlawful now. All those companies already have it.
They have it, and there's people that can't find jobs. These are people who donated to the convoy, who can't find a job. Remember when I said if I'm on YouTube, I'm unemployable?
They pulled up people who even were posting things online, saying friendly things about the convoy or bad things about the government at the time.
There you go.
If you just made a post on Facebook or X, you're on that list.
So what do you think is happening to the people in Alberta right now that are all saying we stand with independence? What do you think is going to happen to us? That's why I'm saying and it'll be a different list too. But what I'm saying is that I have every right, as somebody who's been going to the town halls, somebody who's been going to the rallies, somebody who's been covering this and is unemployable, that if you're not going to help with the situation, don't move here immediately after it passes.
Sorry. Where is it? Where is she? I wanted to bring up the troll and make fun of her.
Hang on, Mr. Biggs. It puts the lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again. Thank you for that. Gerald Cooper, I will see you guys on October 17th. Looking forward to it. Doug, $10 super chat. I sure enjoy your show. I love that you love our show. I think it's wonderful. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, Linda, we're very glad you don't live
We're very glad you don't live in Alberta. We're very, very glad you don't live in Alberta. Oh, wait, that wasn't the one I wanted to show. That wasn't the one I wanted to show.
What, are you retarded?
If you don't live out in Alberta, what are you doing here? Shrieking your communism in the comments. Go away.
Enjoy your communism.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
There we go. The Schwartz Wagon, $7. Yes, please, immigrant to Alberta, but you will have to go through our immigration policy, even Canada's after the change. Yeah.
Well, because if you're independent, Canada's now a foreign country. You have to apply to come in, just like anything else.
Like, I'm not saying you can't live in Alberta ever. I'm just saying look, you guys got to understand my fatigue when people are saying, or frustration, when people are saying, oh, if you guys get this, I'm so moving out there. Well, I'm very glad that you're watering your mouth over the potential of Alberta while we're struggling to get the vote out.
I'm going to sit there with the big rejected stamp and just be like,
excellent.
We need to build a wall, okay? And people got to come in here legally. Matt, where was the thing that you showed the lists were in?
How many lists are we on?
Can we get a shirt? Can we get a shirt that says proud to be on the list?
Yes, I will get that. Put together.
And just have it under all the titles: independent supporter, Seppies, pro trucker, pro convoy, pro.
Liberals' blacklist of convoy sympathizers shared with thousands of corporations. A 2023 inquiry of the ministry tabled in the Commons said the RCMP also sent the blacklist to Canadian agents of foreign institutions such as the Bank of China. New federal records have revealed that the Trudeau government compiled a blacklist of Canadians sympathetic to the 2022 Freedom Convoy protest and privately permitted it to be circulated among thousands of private corporations. Meanwhile, the RCMP compiled the names, birth dates, phone numbers, and other personal information of individuals, and further distributed the blacklist as well by unencrypted email.
Wow. So when I say Mrs. Fringe can't find a job, why do you suppose that is? She only sits on this show every Friday night. She's put her face out on the internet. She's posted online that she loves Tamara Leach and that she stands with the Freedom Convoy.
Wouldn't surprise me. At the end of the day, a lot of these hiring HR departments use AI to vet to initially vet through. So if they got a list of unfavorable people, anything that pings, it's disregarded.
Yeah, I thought it was bad enough. Like the last time I looked for a job, which was like, I don't know, 18 years ago, 19 years ago now, where they would ask you to open your social media. Some places.
Yeah.
I remember that. They would say, hey, well, can we see your Facebook? And like, I thought that was invasive and bad enough. Now they can just use AI to scan your entire life.
I'm glad they have jobs. We won't be there anytime soon.
Yeah. I don't know. It's welcome to the system. Again, they're going to crush you if it's not through economic warfare, it's through segregation of society. We saw this with the convoys. We saw this with the supporters. Look how people had their bank accounts frozen. People were debanked. People were attacked online. It's just, this is the way they do it. It's going to be hate, attack, and then eventually the rest of the people will just fall into compliance because they're scared of what happens. And honestly, that's why I kind of hope that this show gets nailed with one of the first C9 or one of the first censorship rules, because you want to be the first one, take it all the way to trial, win, because honestly, it's unconstitutional, and then start the precedents to be able to save the world at that point.
By Alberta. Greg, I 100% agree, guys. I'm glad you agree, because I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of flack from people. Like, look at Derek being a virtue signaling gatekeeper, telling people they can't move to Alberta. He's such a bastard. Here we got Carney. Good old Steve coming in. He's been here from the beginning of this channel. $10 super. Get here now, because we will not let you in for 5 years till our republic is stable and economical growing, and still we may not let you in due to we have enough janitors. There you go.
That's good.
There you go. Scruff Nation with a $10. Love Canadian Patriots. I love that you love Canadian Patriots. You're wonderful. You're exactly on point. Exactly. Welcome to Alberta. Fit in or F off. Legal immigration only after the second vote. Yeah, I like, and that's not a slight at people in Ontario, because I know I've got viewers in Ontario, I've got viewers in Newfoundland, I've got viewers across Canada. They're going to say, you're telling me I'm not allowed to move their Fringe? No, I'm saying you'll have to go through the process. If you're not, we've earned our republic if we vote for it, that people shouldn't be allowed to immediately flood in and just stake their claim. You have to be vetted at that point. If you weren't part of the process, I agree with vetting. I agree with saying, okay, what is it you're bringing to Alberta, just besides the fact that you like that we're a free nation now? What skills are you bringing here? We don't want people coming here to freeload, because there won't be a welfare state here.
You're going to have to replace a lot of engineers and doctors.
Well, this is where people say, well, how are you going to get the migrants out? You're going to deport, you're going to have Alberta ICE. No, as soon as the welfare cuts off, a large majority of them will leave on their own. They'll go back into Canada to try and refile for the welfare they were getting when we were part of Canada. Some problems just take care of themselves. We won't have to do a lot.
Okay.
Schindler's List is Carney's List. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Nilak.
I got one for you. Did you guys see the new guy who got elected in Poland?
Yes, and he's super based.
Can we get this guy here in Alberta after? This is our policy once we're independent.
Why do you support immigration? Because I want my future daughter to be alive, not raped and killed. Is that enough? Is that a good reason? In Poland is quite a protected country from immigration. What do you mean quite? It's zero. We don't have illegal migrants. It's not quite protected. We did not let them in. None. Zero. It's because you're afraid of what you're becoming. We're not afraid. We're smart. We are brave men. Look at me. I'm not afraid of anything. We are brave. We are strong. We are not politically correct. We don't give a shit. We take care of our family.
Wow.
I want this guy.
Can we have that guy?
Bring him here.
Please.
That's
where's that guy?
There was
in
another
Canada.
video of some migrant. He was like near the border or whatever. He's like, we want to go to Poland, but if we go there, they'll shoot us. I'm like, well, don't go to Poland then.
Then don't go to Poland.
Because the Polish border guards now have permission to shoot people trying to get through the fence
I
illegally.
saw that. Yeah.
Have you heard of the program Carney's bolstering NATO numbers with? Check out the Navy Experience program.
In the Navy.
It's probably more foreign mercenaries. That
I'll take a look into it. I'll take a look into it at some point.
I got something here that I want to talk about. Let's do this super chat first.
If you aren't part of the solution, what good are you? Okay, I don't want to barrel down on Canadians too hard, but we'll figure it out. What's this? Barbie says, "Is your jacket a mutant Ninja Turtle replica? What jacket?
Sweater?
No, it's a bunch of lightning around a skull. It's anyway."
Okay. Did you talk about this on Friday?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we talked about it on Friday. Yep.
So again, I would just want to quickly bring it up, guys. Canadians spend more on taxes than basic necessities in 2025. I mean, welcome to the shit show that we're in. And finally, speaking of censorship, a friend of the Freedom Honey podcast, Dallas Alexander, country music star, awesome dude. Also one of the deadliest humans on the planet, by the way. This from the National Post. Canadian artist, veteran, new song, Slow Boil, amazing song, by the way, removed from CBC Radio. Dallas Alexander, a Canadian veteran and artist, has come under fire after he newly released track was pulled from CBC Radio airwaves for being overly anti-government.
How dare you have your elbows down?
So
how
if
dare
you, guys,
try and question the government?
If you guys want to check that out, you guys can go at YouTube, look up Dallas Alexander. The song's called Slow Boil. It's an absolute banger. I can't recommend it enough.
First and foremost,
he's on the list.
Nobody who matters is listening to CBC Radio. Secondly, CBC is the government, so of course they would pull something that was mean to the government.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a great song, though. Very, very good. And for people that don't know who Dallas Alexander is, he has the record right now for longest sniper kill in the world.
Wow. Excellent.
Like I said, yeah, awesome dude.
Snatch saying, Mr. Business, all the businesses are leaving Germany and moving into Poland. Well, of course. Why wouldn't you? You don't want your workers getting assaulted in the streets, do you?
Exactly. What a crazy show. I mean, it's been absolutely crazy.
It's been all over tonight.
We talked about UK politics, almost bringing in a trash can. Like, it's been a great show so far.
Lord Binface. That's great.
Count Binface.
Count
Binface. If you guys are bored, go on Count Binface. Look it up. Some of the videos, his announcement videos, and him talking about his policies and stuff. Out of this world, literally.
And farted on chicken. Yeah, we covered it all.
Yeah, you went on a freaking 20-minute rant about some dude farting on chicken.
Well, guys, we're gonna get into something even better. Just because here's the thing. John Bolton had a good video out where he was talking about just have a good day. Get away from the negative. And then people are always in the comments, hey, Fringe, how come you can't talk about nothing positive? You can't talk about nothing good. Look, we covered farted on chicken tonight. We've talked about dirty Tim Hortons.
Count Binface.
And Count Binface, you haven't even seen the half of it. I got a body cam video I want to show everybody because I saw this and I couldn't believe it. Hit a 1 in the chat if you guys want to watch a body cam video on the stream.
Everybody wants to watch a body cam video.
Who wants to watch body cam? If people don't want to watch body cam, we won't bother.
Did John release his video at 3 in the morning?
No, I don't know. John's a vampire. Does people want body cam footage? I think, yeah, they love the body cam footage. Everybody loves it. I'll start making that a regular thing. We'll start finding body cam footage to talk about on the show. Because I find it, look, it's all I watch on YouTube next to some politics stuff. Like, I love the body cam stuff. So farted on chicken. Okay.
We'll be the Canadian Aussie man reviews. How's that?
Yeah, there you go. Count Binface and multiple other things. People, not behaving in the country. But did you ever think you'd turn on YouTube and see Chuck E. Cheese getting arrested?
What did he do? What did he do?
It's so bad.
Was it
If all
because
children doesn't.
Was it because he was too cheesy?
The world has just gone AWOL.
Hard on the
here we go. Let's just go. Let's let it run. Let's go.
Where is this?
Yes, we are. Do it.
Pretty clean. Looks pretty clean. I haven't been in a Chuck E. Cheese in like 30 years.
Get him.
We don't have one in Winnipeg anymore.
Yeah, because your province sucks.
Ah, Chuck E. Cheese.
Don't let your hands go. Let your hands go.
Are all the kids screaming? No, you can't take Chuck E. Cheese.
The kid just ran. How do you get cuffs on those mitts? Yeah, exactly. Struggling.
So here's the thing I didn't understand. Why couldn't they have just asked him to come to the back and take off the costume and then put him in cuffs?
Why are you going to arrest Chuck E. Cheese in front of all the kids?
In front of the kids. Like,
he's not gonna do a swift getaway in the freaking mascot suit. If it did, it'd be hilarious.
Him in front of the kids. Like, just...
Look at them all run.
Oh man.
The guy has been running. So the guy under the costume stole somebody's credit card and was running it for stuff at a store. He did it multiple times. But
for credit card theft?
Do I have to guess what his nationality is?
Don't say it. You're probably spot on. You're probably spot on.
I don't need to guess.
Don't guess. We don't guess in this show.
You arrest him in front of the kids. Listen to the audio. You'll hear the kids going, "Oh no, Chucky!"
Does he tase him? Does he tase him?
No. He cooperates, but watch. Just watch.
Sure, the gloves can come off.
How do you get him to the squad card?
1 to 10. So he's a suspect. He stole someone's card here and has been using it. Someone that was one of your employees, like classmate or something like that. So,
no, Chucky. They're carrying him out in front of the kids. Like, just
obviously he had to have gotten ratted out, for lack of better words. I'm serious. To be able to identify the guy in the suit, they had to have known it was that individual in the suit, which means someone called it a tip.
Did you ever think you'd see a day Chuck E. Cheese has walked out of his own establishment in handcuffs?
I'm not gonna lie. I would like to have seen a little baton, a little taser, maybe some like lifting of the mask and macing him. Like, I never get any real fun.
Let's hang on. What do you think of everyone's reaction after Chuck E. Cheese got arrested? Well, you don't arrest them in front of the kids. They could have gone to the back.
If I was the manager, I would have stand up on a table and said, "Sorry guys, Chucky had a little issues with his taxes. So
he stole some tokens. He stole some kids' tickets.
Yeah, exactly. He got a little rowdy ticket.
Chucky cut the cheese.
Let's get to the unmasking. Let's go.
We'll see if I was right.
No, Chucky, no.
Yeah, we'll have to get it back in a second. Does this come off, man? Does this just come off the top? I want to hurt you. I work you. There you go. I'm standing at you. What the fuck is this about? We're gonna talk to you in a second. How does this come off, man? Is it just like a normal? Can I get that? I gotta take this back. This is my work stuff. Okay, take care of that. Yeah, we'll do it. Put them in time, read them, and then go from there.
Tallahassee, Florida.
I got internal pain.
Florida man.
I don't know what y'all talking about or what's going on.
Alrighty, sir. I'm Officer Cruz with the Tallahassee Police Department.
Why does he need the card?
Investigation.
What kind of cop are you?
Any false statements about?
There's actually a really good reason is that why they have that card. So the reason, yeah, they should have it memorized, but the reason they have to have the card is because just like a ticket, if they put like an error on a ticket, technically the ticket is it's null and void. If there's any kind of errors on tickets, it's the same reason they have to read that word for word, because if they miss one little word out of that, because of the body cams, if they miss even one word out of reading somebody their rights, they could say they didn't properly read them their rights. That makes this, anything they say is inadmissible. So they can't hold anything that's on the body cam. Anything that they say is non-admissible in court. So they have to have that card. They have to read it every single time.
Honestly, he's doing it the right way. He's reading the card in front of the camera, in front of the suspect. Like, yeah, that's the way to do it.
Now, I won't show the whole video because really it doesn't get much more interesting than that. It's just the guy steals a card. I'll get to him. He denies it. They ask him where his wallet is, and he goes, "I don't have it." And they're like, "Well, what'd you bring into work?" He goes, "I don't know what I brought into work." But here's the footage of him actually committing the crimes and what they came after him for.
It is social. It should be on the bottom there.
Following the incident, the suspect was arrested and taken into custody.
Boards and a Magnum.
Keep in mind, he's got a Trojan Magnum
and a pack of Newports.
That tracks. All of that
real
tracks.
Real problem.
He was accused of stealing a customer's credit card and using it to make unauthorized purchases. The
That
case
rat
was then
bastard.
turned over to authorities for further prosecution, with the arrest and allegations becoming part of the public record. While the circumstances surrounding the arrest may have been unusual, the footage shows how the situation unfolded from the officer's perspective.
I mean, at the end of the day, arresting Chuck E. Cheese in front of kids, I think that was the bigger crime here.
Am I the only one that wish he would have fought back? So, like I said, would have like a tasing.
I just
don't trust Chucky.
Oh, I love it. I saw it. Listen, I was watching that the other night with Mrs. Fringe, and I fell off my chair laughing. It was as soon as they put him in cuffs, and the kids were, "No, Chucky, no!" It's like,
This is what's gonna happen. Everyone on the show, like Derek's gonna take his kids to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow, and then he's gonna look at the mouse and be like, "I know," or "I'm watching."
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Chuck E. Cheese has become a India daycare.
Imagine the kids as they grow up. They're like, "What was one of the most traumatic experiences of your life?" I was at a Chuck E. Cheese one day, and they arrested them.
They dragged him out in cuffs.
It's like in Mallrats when they beat the crap out of the Easter Bunny in front of all the kids. This is for Brody.
I like this. Who's next? Mickey? Maybe.
Probably. We all know what goes on at Disneyland.
If he went out for Newports, does that mean some kid doesn't now have a dad? Snatch.
Oh, we're going to hell.
My dad went out for cigarettes and he never came home.
Don't make me show the meme.
Oh, what's happening to the show?
Don't make me show the meme.
Oh my god.
Let's do Q&A. Let's get some Q&A happening.
I'm not allowed
here.
to show my memes.
No showing the memes. Your memes, anytime you say, "Would you like to see my memes?" No. I know where those are going. Nope.
The censors at YouTube are just sitting there, just downgrading the show as we speak.
Newports are a giveaway.
If me and Mike's texts ever get leaked, we're both going to jail like instantly.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll have the Mossad against me.
Get your Q&As in, guys. We'll do your Q&As. Let me get these supers dealt with. Mary with a $5. We have a medium-sized business. We have never not hired anybody because of who they support. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Commando Solo, $5. Clock is about to hit midnight on Canada's economy. Remember, the elbows up businesses and jobs flee to America. I weep for what Carney did to you all. I don't. I'm here for it. I think it's about time. Not because people are losing their jobs. I think it's about time a little bit of comeuppance comes back at the government. It has to at some point. People need to hit their boiling point. I think this is it.
No, it's good. I mean, Carney is the best salesman for Alberta independence we could have asked for. As much as everyone in the movement can push, but actually physically watching the rest of the country go down the toilet in real time, and we're sitting here is like, or there's plan B. I mean, this is the easiest way to sell it. Like, more elbows, more retaliations. Keep bringing it down some more, because at the end of the day, y'all going to be flooding to get here.
Lori says, "I'm out now. I'm tired. Keep fighting." You know, I got it. I think it was Lori in the stream on Friday. I wish she hadn't left, because she kept saying that if you don't pay to get into the AGM like we do here, there's only going to be so many people who decide the Constitutional Convention if Alberta leaves. And she was almost telling people not to vote for separation, because she was saying like, oh, we don't get a say, only rich people are going to get their says and things like, how do all these people vote for what's happening in the Constitutional Convention? I'm assuming it's somewhere around the lines of the same way we vote for a referendum. They'll discuss so many policies and then people will vote on them. Like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal, but people need to calm down about that shit until we get there. Nobody's going to say only the elites get to vote in a separate Alberta.
I intend to bully my way into that convention. And
it really got under my skin when I saw that. It's like,
shit, so.
Who the hell has said that only the rich or elites are going to get to vote, or the new government, or give me a break. The people get to decide. Well, she says, well, look at the, she said somewhere along the lines, and I don't want to fully quote her. It was somewhere along the lines of, look at the AGM. You have to pay to get in there. It's only for the rich. The poor can't afford to go and vote for their membership. It'll be the same thing with this Constitutional Convention. No, it's not.
Where are you making that shit up from?
If it wasn't Lori Jean, then I apologize, but I believe it was Lori Jean in the chat on Friday, and I was just like, what are you talking about? I saw it when I went back and watched the chat. It really got under my skin. That's not how it's going to work. Derek, question, what is the job situation in Alberta? Depends on your trade, I guess, or what you do. It's yeah, if you've got like a Red Seal or something, I don't see you having a problem. If you're in any kind of trade, I think you're okay. If you're, tech support, you're probably in trouble, but I would say you're in trouble across the country.
If you're an executive or an advisor or some sort of person who just sits in a chair and tells everybody what to do, you're probably screwed. But if you can actually build something or make something or fix something, you're useful.
If America boycotts Canadian products, you guys are so effed. Well, they already are going to, because our government's destroyed what's going over there. It's not a matter of boycotting.
I don't know what they're going to boycott. It's just mostly raw materials at this point, except for the auto industry, but no one cares about that on this side of the country.
Yeah. Will the Alberta bank account be parred over to the new currency? Yeah, whatever it is. It's just like Brexit. It was just like Brexit or anything else. It's just a simple transition. Keith Wilson has said, a lot of those questions when it comes to the currency, passports, all these things, they're actually really simple solutions. It's just one day they're this, the next day they're that, and it all gets moved over. And none of those banks would leave Alberta. They would want to continue doing business in Alberta.
Oh, that's like all the Canadian
Canada banks.
It's like all the banks in Canada are in the U.S. TD's in New York. You got RBC that's across the border. BMO's across the border. You think that's going to change? And even then, we've got ATB and Service Credit Union. I mean, we could create our own banks if we had to. So the banks are going to leave. I don't know why, because we're 5 million people with large bank accounts. Why would they leave? That's like them saying that, oh, all your businesses are going to leave if you guys leave. I'm like, who the hell would do that? With the oil's here, all the raw materials here, all the fertilizer, all the agricultural products, everything's here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand all of these questions like this when there are real world examples of countries, like dozens of them, splitting. You're all over Europe. There have been new countries formed, old countries absorbed into other countries, and then new countries happen. Like, it's not like this is some sort of unprecedented event that has never happened in the history of the world.
You're right.
Maple Kitty, question, after separation, won't those that stayed in Canada have to immigrate to Alberta?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but it depends, because while the negotiations are going on, it's not like we have borders set up. So technically, for the first 90 days or whatever, or however long the negotiations take, you could have people. Keith Wilson seems to think they'd be done in 90 days. So people saying it's going to be longer than 90 days. I'm going off what Keith said. But however long that period is, people could say, okay, I'm moving to Alberta now. As long as it's before everything is cemented and done and agreed upon, yeah, there's no having to be vetted or migrating. Now, Alberta will have policies to weed out those who shouldn't be here. But again, if we're going to cut social security or social assistance programs like welfare and things like that, those people that are here to abuse anything that a new Alberta would bring in won't be getting it. They would have to leave. They'd leave on their own. They would leave on their own. We wouldn't even have to do anything. Can you still buy UCP memberships?
Sorry.
I believe you can buy them anytime. I believe you can get them anytime you like. Yep.
Listen, Snatch, I'd like to see a robot measure something 3 times and still cut it wrong, okay?
we're fighting with our moderators now. What are we doing?
No, that was a joke.
I know. Do you want to interview Benny Johnson or vice versa? Yeah, of course I do. I like Benny Johnson. I've watched Benny for years. Like I said, I'd love to have him on the show on a panel and talk to him because he seemed very interested in what's going on in Alberta. He said he wants to cover it. He wants to get all over. Hey, the most watched channel on YouTube for Alberta politics. Come on this channel. I'll educate you. We'll bring Keith Wilson on. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about everything that's going on. I even offered my spot speaking at Keith Wilson's rally for Benny to speak in my place if need be, but invited him as my guest. I think it would be great if Benny came to that rally. I think it'd be great if he was here to cover what's going on in Alberta. I think it would give Alberta a voice on the national stage. So yeah, I'd be happy to interview Benny or go on his show and talk about Alberta as well.
I think it's a win-win. I think it's a win-win.
I think it's a win-win.
They're just I don't know. Let's do some predictions. What's going to happen in the next couple of weeks? What are we looking at? What are we looking at with the Carney stuff? What are we looking at with the trade war stuff? What are we looking about? What's gonna be pushed until the beginning of September, essentially? Because once September hits, the campaign is going on.
That kind of feeds into Grumpy Albertan's question here. Does the Newfoundland announcement help our independence movement? Carney essentially said, and I'll have a video out tomorrow about it, that while these tariff issues are being implemented already, according to Table Salt, Carney basically said, don't ask me questions about a trade deal. The most important thing today is what we're talking about, energy in Newfoundland. That tells you right now, he doesn't give a shit. And what's basically going to happen is Trump... I think what's going to happen is kind of something similar to what we saw when the booze was first pulled off the shelves and we were talking about dollar-to-dollar tariffs. I think you're going to see Trump pull back a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe pull back a little bit because he doesn't want to hurt Canada. He wants their leadership to get their shit together, but he may have to go full force. We'll see, I guess, on Wednesday. But if he pulls back a bit, I think it's going to be very similar to when we pulled the booze off the shelves. Trump will make a threat. Carney will push back. He'll dance around like he always does and then wait for the 11th hour. We'll maybe get another negotiation or another deadline for September, beginning of October. And they'll do nothing but sit and bitch and moan about that trade deal too, meaning Canada. I think what Carney's going to have to do is he'll have a lot of pressure for his excise tax that's coming back on in September. He'll have to do something about that or face the scrutiny of Canadians. Either way, he's in deep shit. But we showed on the show earlier, that's not going to change his numbers. So it's either going to get really, really, really worse for us or we're going to see something come in some form of relief. But I don't think it's coming our way.
Can I put my tinfoil hat on for a minute? I got to
put it on. Put it on, God damn it.
Yeah, go.
The reason why Danielle Smith went so crazy all of a sudden is after her meetings with Mark Carney, he said, you're going to run for the leader of the official opposition, and I'm going to tank my party so hard that you'll actually be able to become prime minister because I don't care about this country or this job. I'm already done lining my pockets. I'm going to fuck off into the sunset, and you can have this mess.
So Deanna says, love the fringe, but it's really about China in our backyard. It's not going to happen. Well, I get what you're saying. No, they're saying we're never going to leave. Here's the thing. A lot of people say, I argued with I argued with Snatch last night till midnight about the requirements for leaving, about the Clarity Act, about a bunch of, I went to bed with a migraine. It's always a fun time talking to Snatch, but a lot of people feel it's never going to happen. People are free to feel how they want to feel, and I'm not going to snap back at or clap back at anybody who feels that way. I'm going to tell you one thing, that because people ask me all the time. I've even had people accuse me of this being a grift and saying, well, he'll just move on to something else if Alberta fails on the 19th. No, I'm not. I'm in it for the long haul. If we fail, we get back on the horse and figure out what's the next plan of attack. I want to get away from this mess. So what I can tell you is that this channel started out of, we got to get rid of Justin Trudeau. We got to get a better government in place. I wanted truthful news. I wanted something to come out that people could go to, that people could find the things that wasn't being discussed on mainstream media. And people say, well, it's clickbaity. Okay, well, that's what we have to do in order to get that information out there. But if 30,000, 40,000, 60,000 people are watching it, those are thousands and thousands of people getting information they're not going to find on mainstream media. So the channel's doing its job. And when it comes to Justin Trudeau, well, he left. Now he's dancing around with plungers with Katy Perry.
And that video.
I'm not even going to show the video because it's so gross. But we get rid of Trudeau, and then Carney gets in, and nothing changes.
Gets worse, actually.
It gets worse. We have Danielle Smith in and think, oh, she's based. She's going to help get things done. Then we find out she pushes for sovereignty within Canada. So
I mean,
every time I get it, but every time we get our hopes up, every time we're sitting here saying, you know, something's going to change, something's going to change, something's going to change. At some point, ladies and gentlemen, the system has to work. At some point, something's got to give. And you can call me whatever you want. You can put me in whatever box you want to put me in. I have faith in Alberta. I've lived here for 30 years. There's good people here. I've spoken to people outside of making videos. I'm around people all the time on both sides. So I hear the stories when I'm out and around, when I'm at town halls, when I'm just at the store picking up groceries, or stopping for gas when I'm out of town somewhere. There's good people in this province that don't want the status quo anymore. And I think there's a lot of people that aren't happy with the way the scales are tipped in Ottawa's favor. So yeah, China's in our backyard. There's all these things. Oh, do you think they're really going to let you go? I don't know, but I have to have faith at the end of the day that at some point something's got to take, something's got to work. And I'll stand behind Alberta. I always will, because it's my home. I'm not the pleb jumping onto a trend. I live here. I want a better life. That's what this is.
Well, you're right. And at the end of the day, this is about hope. I have hope for a better future, and it's outside of Canada. I think, you know, of course we don't know all the answers yet. This is something unprecedented. This is something that's never really happened before. And we're doing it the legal way. We're doing it the peaceful way, and we're doing it the best way that we can. This is truly something that, I mean, is ground shattering and will change the very face of North America. We have an opportunity to build something new, to embrace, keep our values, keep our culture, create a new judicial system that protects, that allows you to protect yourself, your family, and your loved ones, to be able to, where we have laws that doesn't matter based on your race or sex or immigration status, who they favor. We have, we can work with the native Albertans and, work to better their lifestyle. We can create new tax laws and new systems that we don't feel like we're getting screwed, that you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
So I know I'm all in. And at the end of the day, we're on so many goddamn lists, we have no choice.
I see this comment all the time. Look, Matt's in Manitoba, but I've known Matt almost my whole life. And I'm telling you, the only reason he's in Manitoba is for his daughter. If he could leave, he'd leave.
I've said it a million times, why I'm here and why I'm not there yet and why I'm all in for Alberta independence. If you need those answers, go scroll back.
But if you don't move here before the vote, Matt, you have to wait 5 years.
I actually was thinking of a plan, and I was talking about Mike with this too. I'll like rent a room in his basement or something, and I'll split my time. I'll fly back and forth, and I'll use Mike's address.
Done. It's done.
Don't say that on the show. Now you're incriminated. You're on a list.
I'll get him his work visa. We got friends in government. We'll be fine.
I'm on so many lists. So many lists.
Somebody said, is there any word on the white paper? There it is. I've messaged Keith. I'm waiting for an answer. That's all I can say. I'm waiting for an answer. I told him people are asking.
It's supposed to be this week.
It's supposed to be this week. But again, folks, understand that what happened last week with the Constitution was a shit show. Again, somebody's racist grandpa went on stage and said some shit they shouldn't have said, and the media was frothing at the mouth.
That guy was a forever Canadian plant.
Okay, whatever you want to say. But here's the thing, though, folks. When it comes to this white paper, Danielle Smith has said she's waiting on it. She's eager for it. It's going to be fact-checked and scrutinized to death. So if they're taking more time to review it, I'm fine with it. We're not even in the last stretch of campaigning yet. We need to get it out by the end of the month at the latest, but I'm fine with them reviewing it. I'm fine with them looking at it and making sure everything's accurate, because the last thing we want to do, folks, is have that white paper released and suddenly everything's discredited The movement takes another hit because I think we took a hit last week, and we're dead in the water. We don't want that. We don't want that. So give Keith. I always say Teeth because I keep going to say Keith and Tanya. Give Keith the time he needs. It's coming out. They're not bullshitting you. They're not delaying it or dragging it along. They're working on it all the time. I've seen the document. I can confirm it exists. If that gives you any comfort, I can confirm that it exists.
Being right is better than being fast.
Yeah. And
I identify. I absolutely do.
No, it's important because, like I said, this is another way for us to be able to answer questions. Because, like I said, the biggest problem we had during the leadership campaign, during the signature campaign, throughout the beginning when we were really been pushing this, is being able to answer all the questions. And I'm going to say that, you got 30% of the population that's all gung-ho, let's get the hell out of Dodge. You got the other 30% that are forever elbows and I don't want to rock the boat. And then you got that soft, mushy 40% that have questions. And I don't blame them for having questions. We're not asking them. It's not like we're asking them to go buy a new car or, even sell their house and move. We're asking to leave the country. So, of course, they're going to have questions. Of course, they're going to be uneasy. And, of course, they're going to want as much information before they can make that decision. And this is where, the white paper and these documents come into play. And like I said, the more factually based, the more evidence that we can have, the more scrutiny that we can use for this kind of information so that we can make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. And then, like I said, because there's going to be government experts on the other hand, doctors, professors, university professors, all this stuff are going to sit there and try to rip it apart. So, like I said, if it takes a little bit more time to get out there, so be it. And that's where we're going to end up because really the big push isn't going to start till September. So we got a couple of weeks to fortify our position, to get everything ready, because when September 1st hits, it's balls to the wall. Let's go. And there's no letting off the gas pedal until the vote in October.
The best fights are won by those who are prepared, not those who go in guns blazing. So we gotta make sure we're, one major push, I think, is what's going to seal it. Commando Solo with a $5. Are Indian migrants still streaming in as U.S. tariffs are about to hit? This will change a Hindenburg crash economy into a Titanic level disaster. Yeah, they're still coming in.
Stats are 3,500 to 3,800 a day land in Canada.
Yeah, but they'll say, "Oh, but we kicked out 1,000."
Yeah. Meanwhile, 4,000 came in today.
Yeah, it's all to buy the Liberals' votes to stay in. Every political party has done it. That's why, again, I keep showing that map with the red region that we showed at the beginning of the stream. The reason that they keep flowing them into Montreal, why Montreal takes on 40,000 of them, because it steers the vote. It allows them to control the narrative. This is all about politics. It has nothing to do with DEI. It has nothing to do with helping the world. They say that all these people are claiming asylum from where? India's not in the middle of a war.
There's nothing from the trash.
Yeah, they what are they claiming asylum from? Like, usually asylum means, hi, I live in a country with a dictator. I need to break free or we're going to be persecuted and die. Like, it's all for their benefit, folks. Here's Lee with a $5. Jobs here suck unless you have a perfect abstract. Companies won't even look at you, but it's not us Albertans crashing trucks. And that's the problem. I had the same argument with my insurance company because they said, well, there's been a record number of crashes this year. I said, well, that's not my fault. I'm not the one who crashed.
You know what reminds me of is in Fight Club, because Edward Norton's character is an insurance adjuster. And he says the calculation is if, how much we get sued for versus how much we save. So let's say there's a bunch of Indians crashing their trucks and they have to fix the trucks or pay out lawsuits. But if it's still cheaper overall to have them running all your trucks and you're still making more money, then that's what they're just going to keep doing.
Yeah. Steve Jensen, 90% of Quebecers have their bank account with Desjardins. The feds can't touch their money, taxes, pension, etc. They just simply refuse to follow anything Canada does that they disagree with. So, and that's what Danielle wants for us, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We have to break free of Ottawa. That's the only option.
We create our own banking laws and then we'll be good to go.
Well, look how that worked with banks like ATB. Do you know, Mitch was telling me at the slow roll that they're not allowing people to make cash donations to his TPA through ATB because they disagree with it. It's a credit union, an Alberta-based credit union that's telling their members when they go in, sorry, if you want to transfer money to that TPA, you're not allowed because we don't like it.
That's it.
We don't approve of it.
Start a new Alberta bank.
Well, I think we have to because I mean I do ATB through my business, and we use ATB, but we've been having issues with international payments right now because some of our customers are located in the States and they have equipment up here and everything like that, and it's just been an absolute nightmare. We had to open up a separate account with RBC just to be able to get cross-border payments.
Schwartz-Waken, $7. I'm white. Yes, I was born in Alberta, yet I'm not considered Indigenous. Why? Well, you just started it out. You're white. That's why.
White.
You're white. Carney, the $5. The same thing will happen when the Liberal voters get rid of Carney. They'll just allow another new government in. And that's what's going to happen. Like, they showed you the formula when Justin Trudeau resigned. That's exactly what's going to happen. When Mark Carney gets things low enough on his end, he'll just say, I'm stepping down. Here's a new guy. And the Liberal voters will say, oh, fresh coat of paint. It's cool. We can still vote for the Liberals. We can still vote for the Liberals. Yeah, Orange Man's still bad. It's a new guy. No big deal. And Carney rides off into the sunset with his billions of dollars for Brookfield.
And where's he going to go? Right to his house in the States where his whole family lives.
Yep. And he'll be dancing in dollar store aisles with Justin Trudeau holding plungers and talking about how fantastic their lives are while we're all suffering. Marianne with a $2. This disco-loving boomer is ready and willing and LFGO. I like it. I like it. Lee with a $5. I have a perfect truck driving record, but get stopped a couple times by a cop with a little appendage and commercial abstract. Screwed. Yeah, well, that's what's happened in the country now. Real Steve Jensen, $2. Better right than being accurate.
Inaccurate.
It's too late for me.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna, like I said, everything's kind of ramping up right now. There's a lot of things happening in the background, guys. The TPAs have been going full bore to try to get everything ready for the next big push. The big thing that everyone can do, and everybody watching this show, and I've said it hundreds of times, you guys just have to have a little courage, get out there, put a flag up, put a sign up, do anything you can to try and help promote what we're doing here in Alberta. Because like I said, we're not doing this out of greed. We're not doing this out of ill repute. We're not doing this out of anything. We're just doing it out to create a better future for ourselves, our families, our children. And honestly, this is the enema that Canada needs to be able to pull its head out of its ass and realize its priorities. If you've got provinces that are leaving because of how shitty you mismanage the country, you need a wake-up call. And that's the wake-up call that Alberta is. And that's how important it is for you guys to get out there and vote in October and be able to, like I said, be proud. What you're doing is not treacherous. This is not a rebellion or a revolution. This is liberation. This is something that we're doing to be able to help your neighbors. If they look at you and like you're a dirty sappy, you turn around and I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for your checkbook. I'm doing it for your kids and your grandparents, and for everybody to benefit in this province. You're the piece of shit that wants to stay in a failed system because you're living off the government like the leech that you are, and you're afraid. So have some courage and get out there.
Good. Couldn't have said it better myself. Steve, he's a patriot as well. I wish you could all see my house. 6 lawn signs, a 4x8, let Alberta decide on the side of my house. Steve has been giving so much to this movement. He's out there every weekend with his flags. He's in his truck. He's driving all over Alberta. Anytime there's an event, he's always there. Thank you, Steve, for all you've done.
He boosted my car at Mirror for Alberta.
He did. He did.
When my kids killed the battery.
Grumpy Albertan with a $5. Great show. Enjoy hearing all of your opinions on the topics of the day and week, etc. I appreciate that, Grumpy Albertan.
Hear the show, goddammit.
There's Mark with a $9. Thank you so much. Brenda gifting 5 unacceptable fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. Steve Jensen, my insurance just jumped from $1,800 to $395 a year after an accident. Never had an accident in 48 years of driving. Yeah, it's a scam 50%. System. Pay for insurance, but as soon as you need it, your rates go up. Well, then what am I buying into? Barbie Alberta with a $5 super. Forget ATB. Bow Valley Credit Union's the way to go.
They're not big enough. Well, they're not big enough. They're a great bank, a great institution, but they're just not large enough right now. I'm sure Surely after they get more members and they get more customers and like that to be able to grow. But right now, I mean, especially for like our business, they're just not big enough to be able to our needs right now. But they are a great institution. If you guys are looking to go to a very patriotic Albertan one bank, look into Bow Valley Credit Union. They're pretty amazing.
There you go. Paniner, thank you so much for the $2. Right when I was getting Remedy YYC, $20, a third generation Swedish Canadian hailing from Sundre, Alberta. My family came here to farm and worked hard to help lay some foundations. Wherever this referendum vote goes, I'm going to ride it out all the way. Drill, baby, drill. That's what we need in Alberta. That patriotism. Love it. Guys, did we hit 1,000 likes before the end of the stream? At least, can we do a hat giveaway? Did we hit 1,000 likes?
Well, we hit 1,000 likes, all right.
Did we?
I don't know.
Somebody tell me where the likes are at in the chat before we wrap up. I need to know if we're doing a giveaway tonight. We did? Yeah, we hit 1,000. Okay, let's do a hat giveaway. Like I said, we're going to get it done anyways. You guys did your job. I'd love to give away a shirt. You guys, we got to get that 1,000 likes by the 1 hour mark. We can do it. We can get there. Let me hit up the old randomizer.
Likes must continue until morale improves.
Until free stuff improves.
Exactly. Maybe I'll talk to our buddy at the Alberta Pin. I'll get a bunch of Alberta Pin merch, and then I'll just, that'll get you all motivated. Just see his new hats. Yeah, exactly.
Are you and Mark going to the rally on the 29th?
We're gonna have to look into my schedule. I got a bunch of work coming up out of town that weekend, so around that time. So I just got to double check with scheduling.
Again, guys, I won't be at that rally. There's a family. I don't want to say a family emergency, but it's something I have to be there for with my family. Out of town, I cannot be there. I really wanted to, but yeah, I wish Mitch all the best. Sorry, I had it. Let me pull it back up. Sorry. Fireburb. Fire BIRB. Fireburb. Is Fireburb still in the chat?
Paniner, why are you so weird?
That is just a weird. I'm not even going to read that. It's so weird. I appreciate the $5 super, but that is so weird, dude.
Why am I the milk? The hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Fireburb. Is Fireburb still in the stream?
Paniner, this is why we can't have nice things.
That's why we can't have nice things.
You should see the stuff we talk about you and outside the chat.
Where is Fireburb?
Waiting for it.
Burb.
$10 from Alberta first. If we're all immigrants, why can't we claim immigrant subsidies? Well, that's a good question. If we don't get
oh my God,
pipe up from Fireburb.
What is going on?
This show.
Hey, put this away. There's no more weird things in the chat, or I'll bring up the whole pineapple pizza controversy and destroy the entire chat.
We bring Matt into the stream, and this is what happens. This is
yeah. We went with fart chicken to now we're some kind of weird Oreo sandwich.
Okay, I've waited for. We gave her a lot. Her or him, whoever it is, a lot of time.
That's a disgusting amount of time.
Didn't come in. So we'll have to. We'll have to. Let me redraw. Let me redraw.
No one get angry in the chat. No one get angry in the chat. There's a delay. There's a delay. God damn it!
If they come in while I'm redrawing, it's over. We're redrawing. We're in the process. So they blew it. Who do we got? Cherryman 27. Is Cherryman still in the stream? Is Cherryman still here? Paniner, you have to stop. I can't read those, man. I appreciate it, but I can't read them.
He's single-handedly breaking the chat. Again.
There's Firebird. We redrew. You came in too late. I'm sorry.
Jesus,
I'm sorry.
What are you doing for the last 5 minutes?
I'm sorry. We had to redraw. Cherryman's here. Okay, Cherryman, congratulations. You're our winner tonight. You've won an Unacceptable Fringe hat, courtesy of the Fringe. Send me an email with your shipping information to unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com within 24 hours. I need all of your shipping information, postal code, zip code if you're in the United States, full address, and a phone number. They need that when they deliver in case you're not home within 24 hours, or I have to redraw that again. So make sure to send that over. Again, unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Congratulations. Thanks for getting 1,000 likes in there, guys. A few more super chats came in. Carney with the $10. We're trying to organize a convoy to Edmonton next Saturday morning. Details coming soon. I'll let them know. Paniner, I can't read that, but thank you. Alberta First, $10. I want my immigrant subsidies for 10 generations. I'd love that too. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who came into the stream tonight. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Join us Wednesday. We'll all be back here talking about what's happening again in politics. A little bit more outside of Alberta, but good chat tonight. Good to seeing you guys in the show. We went from farting chicken and, Chuck E. Cheese getting arrested to all over the place tonight. I thought it was a fun show.
Count bin face. Count bin face.
And count bin face. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you here Wednesday. Don't forget to check out the channel for new content tomorrow. Hit the like, hit the comments. It helps the channel. Have a great night, everybody. Share it out. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.